Welcome to the Erica Shady channel, the bilingual channel, English and Spanish and Español e Inglés. My God, everybody knows the leak. I mean, it's been like 2 days already, and it already disappeared. It's been 2 days. It leaked out yesterday. Today's the second day. It already disappeared. It's already out. I mean, the person who uploaded it, even the channel, their channel is gone. But people have already reproduced it, so it's all over the place, and people are doing reactions too. Eminem must be furious. Eminem tiene que estar enojadísimo porque Eminem nunca le ha gustado eso. Of course not. You lose money. He never liked it, even though this time is different because these are songs that some of them already came out. Hay canciones que ya salieron, okay, and that they were polished. The one that were polished were out. But the ones that were leaked were the raw one, the one before they had been reproduced and all the editing, all the changes that they make. So they're very raw and oh my God, Eminem is brutal. Eminem está brutal. Brutal, brutal. So I'm gonna wait before I share them in my channel. Keyword share, and I will. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a while. Okay, I'm an Eminem fan. If I see that Eminem is, I mean, let's see what he says because I haven't heard anything from his team and from him except for people threatening the person, the criminals. They call it criminals. You guys are gonna see it here. I got two videos that I want to share with you, just some parts of it. And guys, go and give him props. Go and give him shout out. This guy, uh Cob Kobe Sucks. El Kobe Sucks. He did a great job. Hizo un buen trabajo. This video is awesome. And I want to share some part where he talks about the story behind this, okay? And how this is not the first time. And we know that. All Eminem fans know this is not the first time. Because the first time that it happened was back in 2000s. Por lo 2000. I think it was 2003. I don't know if it was Encore or the Eminem show. Or maybe it was I think maybe Encore. I can't remember. But he had had several leaks before. And he has said it that the songs, the album came out different because of the leaks. But regardless of the leaks, he never lost money. That's for sure. Actually, it increased. Even though people reproduce it and they made copies, they still went and bought it. They bought it. Todavía lo compraron. Yo lo compré. I did not download it, and not because I was a good goody goody. I wasn't that much of a fan yet, but because I didn't know how to do those things. I mean, I didn't have a computer back then, and I didn't care. Back then, not everybody had a computer at home. So I just went and bought it at Tower Records when it came out.
Something big just happened in the Eminem community, which has all of the forums and Discord servers blowing up right now. An entire brand new Eminem bootleg album just dropped, featuring 14 tracks of leaked Eminem material. Now, the first time we saw a leak of this capacity was with the Straight from the Lab mixtape in 2003, and then again in 2011 with the spiritual successor Straight from the Lab 2. So, it's only fitting that this leak would be called Straight from the Lab 3. Now, this new bootleg is said to originate from the infamous Eminem music leaker who goes by the name of Kulo, the man responsible for leaking tons of Eminem material. Now, it hasn't been
Hulu, yeah, he said that he hasn't been formally, I mean, charged or formally confirmed. But this guy already came out on Twitter and he already claimed that he didn't do it. And I was like, whoa, I mean, that he didn't do it this time. At first I thought, well, he's good. At least he's being, straight up and saying, hey, listen, I did this in the past, but I didn't do it now. But I did not know that he had been accused, threatened. FYI, this guy Fred Wreck, FYI to the criminal who's leaking the Eminem music, we will find you. Street law will be applied. Ask Kulo what happened to him last time he leaked. We know where he lives. And yes, this is a threat. And capitalize that Y. So this is serious, guy. And I don't know, I see a lot of people reacting to it from left to right, like there was no problem, no nothing. And granted, that some of the people are reacting to the songs that have already been put out. Okay, because some of the songs that were mixed of two songs that he separated, like the Antichrist, the first part was the Renaissance, and then the Antichrist came next, but he took that part of the Antichrist back in 2005, the first part, and put it in the Renaissance. And then the Antichrist, he did something else. The one that we heard, the polished version we heard. Because the real leaked version,
Formally
Eminem.
confirm that Kulo had anything to do with these leaks at all. And to my knowledge, these songs actually originated from this random YouTube upload, which included a few short words in the description. I received these songs from a friend of Kulo's. This was in the description. Thank you to my fat Russian
But
brother.
then this person put this thing, and I read it because I read it when it came out. I mean, I saw everything happening in real time. Yo lo vi en la vida, al tiempo vivo, mientras estaba pasando. Like it happened a few seconds when somebody wrote on Twitter. That's why I saw it first. Yo, somebody leaked Eminem songs, and they put it there. They put this channel. And I went to it, and I listened to some of the song and blah blah blah. And then I said I'll come back and I'll listen to it again. When I came back, it was gone. Ya estaba retirado. Eminem tiene que estar encojonado de
You
verdad,
made
man.
a dream come true. Followed by some Russian text which translates to
But like this guy, and then this guy is saying, I received the song from a friend of Kulos. So already he's snitching him. So it's Kulos' fault. Kulos had those songs. Kulos' fault. He had those songs, and unless he had it from a long time, and the Antichrist, well, I guess that yeah, because the Antichrist was from 2005, even though it just came out in 2024. So it could have been possible that he had it, that Kulo had it there, and he just didn't leak anymore because they boom, boom, pow, the street. I'd rather deal with the police than deal with the street law. Prefiero lidiar con la policía que lidiar con la ley de la calle. Híjole, sabrá Dios lo que le habrán hecho. God knows what they done to that guy.
May God bless your family. Now, when I originally wrote this video, that original upload had only been up for a few hours. However, as of this morning, some 8 hours later, that video was removed by the uploader. In fact, it seems as if the entire channel has been completely wiped, and I don't even know if that upload was the true origin.
It got a lot of traffic, and there was only two videos. Dos videos y tuvo mucho tráfico. Coño, eso es lo que quería. That's what the person wanted, and now the whole channel's gone. I mean, that was a good thing. That was a good hit, but he nowadays is not. It's not easy because they'll knock it out right away. Now that they took away his channel, he could have had a lot of followers from that. I mean, had Eminem left it, had Eminem Camp said whatever the hell, leave it, but they're not. And all the money he better, and then somebody also posted on Twitter that Eminem better, I don't know if this is legit. People talk so much smack, but from as a friend, I found out that there's more songs that will be leaked. I suggest that Eminem leak those songs. I mean, the Eminem put those songs out now as a mixtape. Hasta un mixtape le dijeron a Eminem que hiciera. Yo no sé si eso fue una amenaza. Le dijeron que eso fue un courteous warning. Que it was a friendly suggestion. Que era un friendly advice. Un amistoso consejo que le estaban dando.
What happened there, but the leak was up for long enough for others to download them and then make the tracks available elsewhere online. And while YouTube won't allow me to link you guys to these leaks, you can find them pretty easily. So with all of that out of the way, what are these 14 brand new tracks? Our first track is Marshall Powers, a great way to start it off by the way, dated April 2018 and produced by Dr. Dre. Second up is Love Drunk, dated March 2009 and also
Love Drunk. Isn't that the one that he came out with Wayne, Little Wayne? Is that the one with Little Wayne, right? That's not the one with Kendrick Lamar. Because I know he has another one with Kendrick Lamar. I'll check it out later, but it might be. Maybe the
Produced
one
by
with
Dr.
Kendrick
Dre.
Lamar.
Track 3 is I'm Twisted, which is a freestyle from July 2017 and produced by Illa. Might be Isla, I don't know. Track 4 is Sociopath, which was dated from March and October of 2009 and was produced by Dr. Dre. We then get track 5, which is I'm Sorry, and this track's information is missing, but just from listening to it, I'd have to guess it's a recovery era track. Track 6 is absolutely insane to me, as this track is titled Follow Me and features Nate Dogg. This track is said to be 20 years old at this point, dated as December of 2005, produced by Scott Storch. Side note, this is probably my favorite track on this entire leak. Rip Nate Dogg. Track 7.
I haven't listened to that one. I want to save this, by the way. Yeah, I got it on my videos to react playlist. So I'm going to save it so I can go and, find them because it's already gone. So now you got to find it. You got to go and look for it, search them because the channel that had them all is already gone.
Is Key to My Room and is dated July of 2009 and has no producer information. Track 8 is another interesting one as this track is.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean no producer information?
Side note, this is probably my favorite track on this entire leak. Rip Nate Dogg. Track 7 is Key to My Room.
It says producer Dr. Dre. Ahí está el producer Dr. Dre.
And is dated July of 2009 and has no producer information. Track 8 is another interesting one as this track is Trade Off. The reason why this is so interesting is because it actually features Slaughterhouse and is dated from February of 2015, produced by Just Blaze. Following that, with track 9 we have Jump Out, dated August of
Yeah,
2006 and
I
produced by
heard that
Mr.
one.
Porter. Track 10 is titled Ritz, dated August of 2013 and was produced by Eminem and Resto. Track 11 is Freak, and this was the first song that leaked to my knowledge just a few hours prior to Straight from the Lab 3. Freak was dated June of 2017, with the producer not being confirmed but being theorized as Mr. Porter. After that, track 12 is Take It. This track is interesting because it's said to have been worked on from 2001 to 2008, with portions being recorded throughout the years between. And
Wow.
finally, track 13 and 14 go together, as track 13 is a skit which leads into track 14, Antichrist, which is actually said to be the original version of the Antichrist track that we got on the Death of Slim Shady album last year. And with that, we have the entire Straight from the Lab Part 3 album. However, one thing that's interested me about this release, and one thing that's intrigued me about all this shit is, where did these leaks come from? So I
Yeah.
started asking around some of my sources, and I was eventually put in touch with one anonymous source who explained to me a bit about what's been going on in the last few months. Apparently, there's been a user in the community who more than likely had ties to the shady camp at one point and is supposedly the real deal. This user even posted supposed pictures from Eminem's writing pads to prove.
Won't back down. Third verse. Bitch, am I the reason that your boyfriend stopped raping those what? The bus chase? Stop rapping, not raping. Stop rapping. Your boyfriend stopped rapping. Does a bird chirp? Oh, does a bird chirp? Okay. Does Little Wayne slurp syrup till he burps and smoke? Pump does a word teach? I can't see. I'm sorry, I can't see. So why even read it?
This might seem fake, but it's important to state that whoever this user is said to have been confirmed to have been in possession of multiple Eminem materials in the past, and is known to the community who purchases these leaks, so this person could explain the sudden influx of leaks we've been seeing over the past few years. However, that's 100% purely speculation. But the other interesting thing that I wanted to touch on was that over the past year or so, there's been a lot of these Eminem snippets which are typically said to be leaked snippets of songs. However, these snippets are usually exposed as AI very quickly. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen people theorize that these AI snippets were actually made by people involved in the leaks as a way to cover their tracks, as some of the snippets that were posted are actually real and were finding their way online prior to Straight from the Lab 3. So basically, the theory is that the leakers' leaks were leaked, So they made fake leaks to make people think all of the leaks were fake. However, take that with a huge grain of salt, as that's nothing more than people theorizing online. Although I did want to note that track 1, Marshall Powers, did have a snippet leaked online 3 months prior to Straight from the Lab 3, and everyone wrote it off as AI. Now, I truly don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes or who the supposed leaker or leakers are, and if I did,
Can you imagine that it was Eminem after all, messing with us? ¿Tú te imaginas que fuera Eminem? Now, this time, esta vez, no aquella vez, not the first time. I know the first time he was upset. I'm pretty sure the second time, I didn't, I didn't see that interview. I didn't hear him, but I'm pretty sure he was.
share it because throughout my time researching this, I've come to realize that there are a lot of people who don't want to be involved in this story. And while I'm not sure why that is, there are people who have more or less told me to never message them again if I know what's good for me. And if you're one of those leakers watching this right now, I'm gonna back off. I don't want no trouble, okay? I'm not trying to out anybody or expose anything. I'm just a dumb internet guy who likes telling stories about Eminem. There's also been talks of more music leaking soon, most notably this post in the Eminem community.
No, this isn't a drill. There is, in fact, more sort of coming. We don't troll. We don't play with you guys. I already told you what was happening 2 hours before. I'm telling you now, from now till 2 hours again, you got another batch. But we didn't. We didn't get another batch.
Hey guys, Future Kobe here. As I'm editing the Straight from the Lab 3 video, it turns out a couple of more songs have leaked. There was a post in the Eminem community
Oh, okay. There were more songs that have leaked. I didn't know that. All right.
Discord server, which was a
This is the actual version of Straight from the Lab 3 with 8 new tracks added. This is the vision everyone had. The last track serves as a reminder to the music world.
a extended edition of Straight from the Lab 3, which featured 8 new tracks. Now, from what I've come to understand after talking to the community, is that these tracks were already kind of known about and were already out there. And this post was just the first time it was officially posted for anybody. So this post isn't the source of these leaks, but nonetheless, that's 8 more leaked songs. And who knows how many more are coming. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. The original had 14 tracks. The new one has 22. So, you know, this shit's wild. This is a big day for the Eminem community.
As for Straight from the Lab 3, this is a big day for the fans. New music isn't as common as we'd all like it to be, and while yes, I understand Eminem probably isn't too happy about this album leaking, and there's a whole discussion to be had about whether or not it's even ethical to listen to it, but let's be honest, you're totally gonna listen to it. However, Kulo, if you're watching this right now, this is my open letter to you. I want to have a text conversation with you for a video because I have a lot of questions that I and the community really want to know. I understand you want your anonymity and you have my word. You got it.
Did you read that? I guess he hasn't. He has not read. Oh, let me give him a like. Oh, he has not read. You have not read. He has not read the text message from that guy Rec Fred or Fred Rec. What is he called? Wait,
It's a
hold on.
long shot, guys.
Fred Rec. Yeah, he hasn't heard of. I would leave Kulo alone if I were you.
But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But I guess for Straight from the Lab 3, that's all I have. So I guess I'll see you guys when we get straight from the lab.
Well, that is awesome. Now, guys, go and give him and show him some love. And if you got to the end of this sharing, reaction, slap, conversation, give it a like. Leave a comment and subscribe. Dale un like, suscríbete, deja un comentario.